Hey Rick, Awesome20s back here for my official A Better Tomorrow and for the Good of All achievement tutorial. The first step is to shoot the graves to the left of spawn outside the map in the order the characters died in the previous maps. Read the tombstone graves and shoot them in RICHTOFEN, DEMPSEY, TAKEO, and Nikolai order. The graves will show a quick red flame and you will hear a thunderclap. This will cause a tiny rock to rise out of one of the jump pads located around the map. I recommend checking the jump pads in SHANGRI, VERRUCKT, and Kino for a triangle at the back of the jump pad. Next, you must activate the Keeper Protect. To build the Keeper Protector is easy, but I will have a separate guide in the description and cards at a later time if you can't figure it out. Teammates can share the 5,000 point cost of the Keeper Protector at any time, which will allow you to get him in the map as soon as possible. Once you summon the Keeper Protector, take him over to the rock at the jump pad where it appeared. It will follow the player who bought him last, so whoever paid the full price to end it. You will need to jump back and forth to get one of the jump pads to be on cooldown mode. When it is cooling down, you can walk on it and get the Keeper Protector close to the rock, and then he will begin his ritual. Having a cooldown pad makes it much easier for the Keeper to get closer to the rock to start his ritual. All zombies will now lock onto the Keeper to stop the ritual. You must protect the Keeper. It is time-based. If you can get a zombie behind a barrier, you can keep rebuilding the barrier until he is done with his ritual. Otherwise, you burn through the rounds awfully quickly. We also tested Fear and Headlights, which works for the Keeper Protector's time. Once the Keeper is done with the ritual, a reel will pop out of the rock and fall onto the ground. Pick it up and take it to the second floor of Nacht. Place it in the tape player and listen to the first radio about Sophia's transformation into the robot we saw in Go Ride Crovy. The next step involves acquiring little ARNIES. I recommend you run the Gobble Gum for fire sales to allow many box spins at a low cost early on. You need to go inside the behemoth apothicon and throw 3 little ARNIES into the zombie spawns. There are 9 spawns in total. Every 3, you will spawn 3 Margwas. Make sure you count or mark which whole spawns you have thrown your little ARNIES in because it's easy to lose track. Every time you kill all 3 Margwas, you have a chance to get a max ammo to keep going with the second step. If you don't get it, try to spin for a max ammo Gobble Gum, use your max ammo reward in your challenges, or play a few rounds until you get a max ammo drop. Please note, at the time of this tutorial, leaving the apothicon room has caused the game to glitch. You will have to start your ARNIES all over if you leave the apothicon room. After all 9 ARNIES are thrown and all 9 Margwas are dead, the reel will spawn on the first bridge laying in the middle. Take this reel to the Kino stage, place the reel inside the tape player to start step 3. You are now required to locate 6 bones hidden around the map. You need to have a Pack-a-Punch weapon and a Pack-a-Punch Mars Agua. The first location is in spawn. The bones are hidden in rocks. You must shoot the rocks with your Pack-a-Punch weapon. Once the rock is gone, a bone will pop out and spin. Use the upgraded Mars Agua to suck in the bone. The second location is at Shangri-La above Stamina Up. The third location is at Origins outside the map near the Giant's Footprint. The fourth location is outside VERRUCKT on a rock by the waterfall. The fifth location is on top of Nacht far above the entrance to Der EISENDRACHE, above the ramp. The sixth bone location is in the wall on the Der EISENDRACHE wall run. You need to shoot the wall with your Pack-a-Punch weapon to reveal the ribcage, and then use the Mars Agua to collect it. This is by far the most difficult one to get. Once all the bones are assembled, head back to the second floor of Nacht to find a pile of bones a little ways away from Jug. Shoot the bones with the Mars Agua to suck the skeleton. A Sophia body will spawn and you will need to suck in that body as well. A reel will pop out after her body is sucked in. Take the reel to the mound on Origins and complete the step by placing it inside the reel player. After playing the reel in Origins, Sophia from Go Ride Crovy spawns in as a ghost above Nacht. You must use the Corruption Traps lasers to hit Sophia. Shoot the lasers where I show you on screen at each Corruption Generator location. The beam will automatically snap into place when you hit the correct rock. After all 4 beams hit Sophia, you interact with her to bring her into your dimension. Follow her to the teleporter. All players enter the teleporter and are teleported to the children's room. Make sure to pick up the Knorrium book that is in this room. In my game, it appeared on the bed every time. When you return, place the book on the podium in Kino. This will trigger 4 glowing orbs to fly to the projector room and spawn the apothicon eggs. Next, you must search the map for apothicon eggs. For example, we found eggs in Der EISENDRACHE, Shangri-La, Origins, and in Spawn. There are many spawns on this map for the eggs. They glow orange and make a squishy noise when you are close. Turn up your volume to hear them and search every inch of the map. Once you have your eggs, take them to the apothicon behemoth and place the eggs in the mouth locations. You can see the egg get sucked inside the beast. Kill zombies until the eggs are full. About 10 zombies will do it. Once all eggs are full, a gateworm will appear. Take the gateworm and look around the map for pinging noises. It will get quicker and quicker the closer you get to where you need to interact with. When you get close enough, interact with the wall or wherever it is pinging, and your gateworm will disappear, revealing a rune of creation. Once all 4 runes are found about the map, return to Kino der Toten. In our game, we found our runes at Spawn, Origins, VERRUCKT, and der EISENDRACHE. A quick note about the eggs. If you use the egg and you pick up every single egg, only that character can pick up the gateworms. It's very important each player picks up their own egg to make it go quicker. Otherwise, a single player has to get all the zombie kills and then pick up all the gateworms and pick up all the runes. Once you have all the runes, stand on them in the Kino der Toten projector room. You will be teleported into the boss fight room. There are 2 phases to this fight. The first is placing the chronorium and watching the pages turn. It will show you the order in which you need to select the runes of creation. Once you know the order, run over to the top ledge. There will be floating purple runes changing every few seconds. Select the ones that match the rune in the order you saw in the chronorium. There will be fakes in there, so make sure you know what the runes look like. You can open up your menu or your HUD to see what they look like at any time. And make sure to remember what order they appeared from the chronorium. Once all 4 runes are inputted correctly, you begin the second stage of the boss fight. You must eliminate Margwas until the summoning key is freed. There are 4 types of environments you will encounter. The first is lightning, where electricity travels through the arena. Just walk around to avoid it and kill Margwas as you go. Next is zero gravity, where you can't touch the red spots. You can continue to float around by double jumping all day long, but if you need to land, try and land in the spotlights on the ground. It's like the floor is lava game. Next is the walls from Origins. They will come down and block your path and continue to change throughout the map. And the last one is fire that will engulf parts of the map and lava will spawn. Make sure to have the thunder gun to make quick work of the Margwas. GG4s will help you cover your back while doing the memory game if you don't use your ARNIES. ARNIES are perfect to distract the zombies throughout the entirety of this Easter egg. Once you kill the last Margwa, you can pick up the summoning key. This will teleport you back into the map. Once back in the map, the summoning key will act like holding the ball in a game of Uplink does in multiplayer. You need to run around the map and hit 6 locations with the summoning key. You are gathering items connected to the children's souls. As a note, this step can be done in any order. The first location is in Shangri-La in the form of the focusing stone off to the left when you are walking up the stairs of the pyramid toward der EISENDRACHE. The second one is in der EISENDRACHE by the corruption engine. It is the clock you shoot for the Viking helmet. The next item is in Kino der Toten's chandelier. Aim for the radio to get the item. Next in VERRUCKT, you need to look to the right when facing VERRUCKT from the corruption generator. Hit the MG42 on top of the fountain to get the item. Next, go to the bridge in Mob of the Dead and aim for the poster inside the open cell outside the map. In Origins, there's a gravestone outside the map on top of the pile. The final one is located inside Nacht der Toten outside the map in the form of a red barrel. When you hit the last one, the summoning key will not bounce back to the player. Make sure you are ready for the final boss fight before you step into the teleporter in Kino der Toten. I recommend having fear in headlights or killing time to make this fight easy. Enter the Kino teleporter to start the final fight against the Shadow Man. First, you need to walk up to any of the 4 altars to place the summoning key in it. Kill zombies to charge the summoning key. When you first spawn in, make sure to shoot the panzers and Margwas that will spawn. They will be trouble if you don't take them out early. An extremely easy strategy is throwing ARNIES to get kills and pick off the boss zombies, distract all the zombies while you charge the summoning key. When the summoning key is finally charged, souls will stop flying into it. You can now pick up the summoning key and throw it at the ghost outline of SOPHIA. This will cause her to phase into existence. She will shoot a laser beam at the Shadow Man to break his shield. Now you need to pop a gobblegum or throw ARNIES to distract the zombies. In the meantime, have one player interact with the chronorium, the book, while the rest shoot the Shadow Man into the mouth. Once the Shadow Man is in the apothicon's mouth, the book is pressed and the game will be over. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial on the Revelations Easter egg. Please leave a rating and comment about the Easter egg if you have the time. I appreciate your patience on this tutorial. I typically like to wait a day or 2 after the Easter egg is solved to iron out the facts so you have a concise and correct tutorial. I hope you did enjoy this, and I will see you in the next video. On screen, you can check out more Revelations tutorials and thoughts and breakdowns of the storyline, and you can check out my last Call of Duty XP vlog, which had a really good lasting impression and final thoughts on everything, including my channel, career, and life. Thank you so much to PV, Hunter17, Logan, Davo, Kingdom Hops, and Matt for their support on Patreon. Without them, these videos would not be possible. Thank you, and everyone watching, have a wonderful day.